In this video, I'm going to show how to add a custom page or a canvas page to a model-driven app. So to do that, first we have to click on Add Page, and then from Add Page we can choose Custom Page, and if you click Next, and then create a new custom page, and then click Add. This would add a canvas app into your model-driven app, and then you also bring up the UI that you will see in a model in a normal canvas app. So as you can see, I have a filter trainers here. This is a canvas app. So if I click the edit button, you can see here, this is the canvas app that I have, and this canvas app is in landscape mode, and I have this area in the corner here because this is in a mobile view, but then you can just edit the view that you want by using the one here, uh, settings, display, and then you can choose here landscape or portrait, and then you can choose the size of the screen. Okay, so from here, what I did was I wanted to have a custom filtering for my trainers, so that I can have a checkbox here to click through the checkboxes, and then whichever checkbox that I selected, for example, access. If I select access, it will show the trainers that have access as a skill set. Okay, so to do this, this is very similar to how I did my Canvas app. So first of all, I have a gallery here, and this gallery is when you add a component, yeah, vertical gallery. So you add a vertical gallery here, and then for my data source, I select the skill sets, and then the views skill sets, and then for the layout, I have a title. So the title will be my skill set. So by default, if these settings are all set, it will be just a list of skill sets without the checkboxes. To add the checkbox, all we have to do is to find the checkbox input. So checkbox input, and then we click and drag it into the cell here, one of the cells here, box here, make sure it's highlighted. And then if I let go, the checkbox will appear, and then just adjust it to the position that you want it to be, and then you're set. So moving on, now we have to do the logic of the checkboxes to match the gallery. So there's another gallery here. So this gallery is for my Singapore trainers. So data source Singapore trainers. I'll get into the filtering later. For now, let's go to the checkbox. So the checkbox, I have on check. So you can see here on check. Okay, so my on check will collect so I'm using this thing called collection. So it's like a local list in the Canvas app, or set in the Canvas app. So collect skill set collection this item. So this item refers to whichever checkbox is selected, whichever skill set is selected, and then I will set uh, var count as well. So this var count is a variable that I have created here to count the number of rows in my skill set collection. So why I have to collect this, I have to do this count. I'll show it to you later. And then after that, on uncheck, I'll be doing the opposite. So I'll remove the item from the collection, and then after that I will count the rows again. So why do I count the rows? This is due to the filtering that I've done. So if I click on this gallery, as you can see here, it's quite long, but then yeah, it's actually all the same. So I do filter by Singapore trainers. So the Singapore trainers is the name of my table, and then I do a if var count equals to 0. So this means there are 0 items in my collection. I will just search for comma, so this would show up all the trainers in my trainer list. And next, if there is one, I would find the name of the skill set in the skill set string that the trainers have. And for moving down, it will be the same. So if there are 2, I will find 2. If there are 3, I will find 3. If there are 4, I'll find 4. If there are 5, I will find 5. And why am I doing it like this? Is because there is no way to put filters and a for loop for the collection together. So I have a list of uh, skill sets that I have in my skill set collection, but unfortunately the Power Apps does not allow me to use a for loop to loop through each of the skill sets and filter out the trainers one by one, as I am using a string for the trainer skill sets. As you can see here, I show you here, this is a string, so I have to use this in function to look for the skill sets in. So what I do is I look for I look through maximum of 5, so I can have a maximum of 5 different skill sets, and for each of the skill sets that I have, I will look for the name in the skill set string, and then I use this NN function to link all of these together so that it ensures that I have all five of the skill sets in my string before it's shown up here. And then so next, now I want to access the details of the trainer. So how do I do that? I have a navigate here, so if I click on the name here, it actually goes to the trainer itself, the trainer information. So I can see all of it here. And how do I do this? First of all, we need to turn on a setting to allow this button to appear, which is a new screen. So by default, if you add a custom page to power the model driven app, it doesn't give you this new screen. So we can go to settings, and in display, if you scroll down all the way, there's this setting called enable multiple screens. So you just check this, turn it on, and then the new screen button will come out, and then you can add a new screen. So for this form here is very simple. First of all, I add a view form. So if you display form, yes, so this is the one that I use. So just drag it in, and then there will be a form here. So how do I enable this form to show the items? This is using var lookup. So all I have to do is var lookup. So if I go to my gallery, and then I click on the name here, and then if I go to my on select, okay, here. So as you can see here, okay, so I created another var, set var trainer to this item.name, and then navigate to view trainer. So view trainer will be the other screen that I have, which is the one that I showed you just now. So view trainer, and then how do I call the data here? Okay, click on item. Okay, so if you go to item, I have a lookup here. So I look up Singapore trainers. So that is my table name again. So I look up Singapore trainers, and then I match the name in Singapore trainers with my var trainer, which I have called for the name just now. And once I've done that, the trainer's name should show up here. And then yeah, that is all. If I go back to my Power Apps, I can show you a demo. Trainers, filter trainers. This was done for mobile view, so it looks a bit weird here, but it works the same. So if I click access, this guy will come up, and let's go for something like accounting and finance. Let's see if we can find finance. Yeah, accounting and finance. Okay, so as you can see here, just to double check, everybody here has at least accounting and finance.